Hello and welcome to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last episode we got to Omega Fetter and helped to save the Titan, but in the end, Pyra was kidnapped by Jin and Malos because she wanted to save the party and basically gave herself over to them so that Jin wouldn't kill everyone with his edgy DeviantArt powers. After that, Rex got punched in the face by half of the party to snap him out of his funk and hopefully make him a bit more mature. This episode, we're off to see the king who was paranoid about Pyra falling into the wrong hands and tried to kill her because of that, about her falling into the wrong hands. So, kind of proves him right, doesn't it?
Are you all right to be up and about?
Yeah. I'm all healed up.
Sincere apologies. If I hadn't attempted to destroy the Aegis, they wouldn't have.
If you'd done nothing, they'd have come for her anyway.
That's true.
You're not to blame, Your Majesty. It's my fault.
500 years ago, this kingdom was rent in twain. Some followed Adam, who sought to live with blades and titans as equals. Others opposed him, preferring to consider humans as the masters and titans as our tools. When Adam returned to the Ether, his rivals seized power, leveraging the power of the Omega Fetter. They declared themselves the Tantalese royal dynasty.
Claiming they were the hero Adam's descendants.
Precisely. My ancestors merely used the name of the beloved Adam in order to win over the people. Before long, we resolved to protect ourselves from meddlesome foreigners by descending deep into the Cloud Sea, taking the dirty secret of our family's lineage with us. The Praetorium, for their part, did not protest. Can you guess why?
No.
They offered to stay silent in exchange for a certain resource. An annual tribute comprising a fixed quantity of core chips.
Odd.
I have something I wish to show you.
What is it? What is this?
This is Gembu's ether flow. The Titan draws in the fabric of the Cloud Sea and uses it as a source of energy. This energy flows throughout the Titan's body in the form of ether. Refining and crystallizing this ether creates core chips.
Which are basically weapons.
This process is what you see before you.
So, in other words, you're siphoning away a portion of the Titan's energy.
Our cold climate and poor harvests, they are the unfortunate side effects of this process.
Interesting.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
Core chips are vital to every nation's military and energy policies. The Praetorium desired this power.
How come?
Allrest at the time was in crisis. But for the Praetorium, it was a precious chance to expand their sphere of influence.
So they missiled in.
As a result, Tantal fell into a chronic energy shortage. Then, well, you saw for yourselves. Near frozen Earth, failing crops, the Tantalese people are forced to live in abject poverty.
Just because of a dirty secret.
So why not just leave the Cloud Sea? Genbu can move, right? Just go somewhere warmer.
They fear contact with other nations. Too afraid it might expose the truth behind the legends they spun about Adam.
That would explain their isolationism.
Web of lies just
Indeed.
echoing down the
That was 5
generations.
centuries ago. Now the Aegis has awakened, The Praetorium is demanding we hand over the Omega Fetter. They are threatening to reveal our secret if we do not acquiesce.
Indollar? Threatening you?
I get it now. That's what was in that letter.
Enough was enough. I couldn't stand by and let the Tantalese people suffer any longer. Therefore, I made a decision.
And that's
That
why
little
you-
ribbon on the right had really
Yes.
weird shadow stripping.
I knew there was a chance that the Praetorium would use the Aegis. But if I could neutralize her power, perhaps we would stand a chance of opposing them. And by saving my people from poverty, I could absolve the sins of my forefathers.
He's forced to live a lie,
And
but
do
he's
you
a pretty
think
noble
by
guy.
using Aegis's power yourself?
Wielding such power is beyond my means. I am under no illusions.
I like him.
However, does them apply to you? I felt something. When I looked in your eyes, I knew.
So does that mean
Perhaps
Elphys
you-
is evil?
Are the one to whom we can entrust the Aegis's power.
Father,
In the end, it seems I only managed to make things worse. I can blame nothing but my own judgment. This tome records the deeds of the hero Adam. According to this, he saved the world from destruction using a white sword, and then disappeared, along with a red sword.
White and red. It must mean Mithra and Pyra's swords.
Whoever wrote this must have had a personal connection to Adam. And, most curiously, after Adam disappeared, the author of this book went looking for something.
Something.
The Third Aegis sword.
Is that so?
There's a third.
Would that be Malos?
Apparently, this sword, transparent as diamond, and gave off a clear, brilliant light. But Adam went his whole life without using the sword. In fact, he could not use it.
What do you mean, couldn't?
The sword was simply too powerful. Even he, the legendary hero, could not contain the power it commanded. And thus, fearing its power, he sealed it away somewhere. The author therefore surmised that this sword alone was the one true sword of the Aegis. Now, Rex, you were defeated by Jin. Doubtless that man is a powerful warrior. But even so, can this be right? Can the Aegis herself truly be outmatched by a single opposing blade? Would it not make more sense to presume that you lost because you have yet to unlock the true power of the Aegis?
You mean I'm the one who's been holding them back? Your Majesty, where is that sword? We have to find it somehow. We have to find that sword and rescue Pyra and Mithra.
Regrettably, the book does not specify the sword's location.
But there must be.
However, reading between the lines, it seems the author suspected that the sword lies somewhere in Lefthyria. It's not much, but that's where I would begin the search.
In Lefthyria.
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready to do what it takes to be their true driver?
Gramps?
Well, are you, Rex?
Yes! Of course! I'm going to be the driver that Pyra and Mithra deserve. And then, I'm gonna take them to Elysium.
Then come with me. I'll show you the way.
Wow, not even saying a goodbye to the king with his plot developments and everything. Nice.
My son,
Yeah?
I
Yup.
have a favor to ask of you as your king.
Well, that's a first. Are you feeling okay, old man? Maybe you're coming down with something.
The Aegis needs... No, rather, the boy needs protection.
You mean Rex?
Yes, I saw something in that boy's eyes. A light that must never go out.
Steady on, old man. People will get the wrong idea. Fine. Leave it to me.
Thank you.
Nah, it's not like I wasn't gonna go with him anyway.
I like how completely bored his advisor looks. Just, whatever. So, a third Aegis sword.
You really can't judge a book by its cover. Who'd have thought that sweet-looking girl would threaten to destroy herself? Didn't she realize taking her own life would mean the boy died too?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she knew exactly what she was doing.
The whole thing was a bluff then?
No, not at all. The reason she gave her core crystal to the boy was to replace his heart after Jin put paid to it. An Aegis core encodes the blueprints for all life. She took advantage of that.
Incredible. I had no idea such a thing was possible. Aegises truly are a breed apart.
Cores are constantly accumulating data about the outside world. The fact that their injuries are mirrored is a result of their twin cores exchanging information.
Interesting.
If you wanted to be poetic about it, you could say that their very lives are intertwined. But there's nothing to stop her from severing that link.
What do you mean?
Before issuing the kill order to the artifice, she would have transferred the remainder of her core to the boy, letting him live on, heart complete. An Aegis can survive for a short time without a core crystal. Don't ask me why. It's just how we were made.
Would that have made Rex a flesh eater then? Or just give him his heart back? Also, is his heart
So
literally
that's
gone
the
then?
reason Jin agreed to her terms.
He couldn't care less about the boy. But he wasn't about to lose this one. Simple as that.
Anyway, I always count on the villains to give revelations about the setting. It's awfully nice of them. Come on, Rex, for the moment, let's return to Fawncett Village. Back to the village? I'll explain everything in detail once we get there. Just head to Fawncett for now. Alright. Alright, off to Fawncett Village. Well, I guess the Eleftherian Archipelago was after Tantal. I always kind of wondered about that. So this third Aegis, does that mean it's going to be another Aegis, or is it going to be Mithra and Pyra with another third form? I imagine probably just another third form. But who knows?
What are we doing here?
Did you know Fonset has another name?
Huh?
Hero's Rest.
Hero? As in?
Indeed. Fonset Village was founded by Adam himself at the end of his travels.
Which is why Jin and
After
Malos...
the war, Adam charged me with protecting the village.
Which is why Jin and Malos
Was this
wanted someone
village
from the village to open that
really
seal.
that important?
What do you think I was protecting?
You mean it's...
Follow me.
Wow. Go Gramps, having that plot point ready. Okay, looks like it's up at this statue. Is it under the statue? That's so cliche. Why are hidden staircases always under statues? Though, I suppose this is partially on me, because I never noticed before now that the statue is shaped like the Aegis' core crystal.
The village guardian?
Just looks like a stone pillar to me.
They say that the village's guardian spirit dwells within. Gramps, what are you doing here?
Rex, try turning the stone tablet clockwise.
This?
Doesn't that mean just about anyone could have leaned on that thing? And it would have turned, and then they would have investigated?
It's... I've seen it before.
Place your hand on it.
Here goes.
Yep, it's a staircase.
What's this?
This passage leads into the very center of the archipelago. There lies the cavern known as Spirit Crucible Elpys.
That's quite a name.
Elvis?
This entrance and the gate of the Spirit Crucible are sealed in such a way that only a Eleftherian can open them.
Ah, so that's why Jin needed me back then.
Yep.
When Adam founded this village, he hid something deep within the body of the Titan that forms the archipelago's center.
You mean the missing sword?
I don't know how word of it got out, but many were led here by rumors of the legendary sword. More than a few have entered the Spirit Crucible, but none have ever returned.
Lovely.
Is it really that dangerous?
Adam wanted to ensure that the sword was securely sealed away. He put many measures in place to stop it falling into the wrong hands. Only the hands of someone worthy. Adam said that taking this sword would be the mark of the Aegis's true driver.
The true driver?
What do you say, Rex?
I'll do it. No. I have to do it. Every moment we wait, Pyra and Mithra could be...
Then you're ready for what lies ahead?
Oh, wow. She roughed him up. Quite a bit. It's almost looking like Terminator.
If you hadn't interfered back then, neither of us would have had to go through all this. Now then.
Oh.
Time to take back what I lost 500 years ago.
So that's why he hasn't been using his own blade.
How he's still alive with his crystal in that state? Seriously? It's not normal.
The Aegis is the master blade. The first blade the architect forged. Malus can do things we can only dream of.
And how's he going to restore his core exactly?
He'll
Like he
extract
said.
the data he's missing from the core
Yep.
of the other Aegis. Then all his power will be restored.
Just the way he was talking about Rex.
Okay, so what will that do to her?
Well, if she's lucky, she'll live. As an empty husk, that is.
Rough deal. Malus doesn't hold back, huh?
How's your hair doing that?
Don't blame me for this. It's our father who made us this way. But don't worry. Once I meet him, I'll get the answers we're after. I need to know why we're like this. In any case, this world only needs one Aegis. Don't you agree, Pyra?
Well, that's not good. Well, best rush down in here. No time to waste. I mean, there's plenty of time to waste, story speed, but you know. I like to at least try to maintain the dramatic tension sometimes.
Dromac, what are you stumbling for?
Sorry, my lady. I've been feeling a little dizzy.
You too?
You too, Lady Bridget?
Yes, for a little while now. Though I'm still capable of standing.
Hey, same here. What's up with this place? It's kind of creepy.
Anti-blade?
Here?
I feared as much.
Gramps, you knew this would happen.
The tales say that Spirit Crucible Elpys saps the strength of blades. It's one of the reasons why none have ever returned from its depths.
It's a pretty good failsafe. Blades are the main strength in this
Ether
world.
flows scarce in this area. That may be cause of problems.
Like that time in the Tantalese Palace?
That not only thing. Glowing particles in air. They absorb ether. That is source of light.
So not only do you have less power, the power you do have is being absorbed. Well, that's jolly tragic.
You all right, Poppy?
Poppy just fine. Poppy never better.
Looks like we're going to be using some
course.
Torah.
You're an artificial blade, ain't you?
I wonder how much that actually matters as far as gameplay goes. Like, how much does the party actually lose their strength? Will it go into combat some, or what? The Canyon of Husks. Ooh.
We have to cross that.
Yes, but we must proceed with caution. Once we enter, the blades will be sapped of most of their power. If they run out of energy, they might be forced to return to their core state, and there's a chance they could never be reawakened.
Heavy.
Handy, you'd better just stay here and guard the fort.
Why just me? Don't you want me?
Don't ask dumb questions. You know very well why, don't you?
If I'm staying, you ought to stay.
I'll be fine. When am I ever not?
If you're
Most of
going,
the time.
I'm ordering you to stay here.
Is there something wrong?
Pandoria was just agreeing to stay behind.
Nuh-uh!
I'm going with you! We made a promise, didn't we? Don't you dare say you've forgotten! I go where you go. End of story.
Fine.
My lady...
I'm fine. We can't give up now we've come this far. Don't. I know what you're gonna say.
I understood.
I don't know what's in there, but apart from Tora and Poppy, we're all going to find our abilities severely weakened. Be careful, Rex.
Yes. Healing arts are going to be less effective too. One nasty wound and that'll be the end of you.
Yeah, I get that. Tora, Poppy, we'll need you on the front line.
You got it, Rex! Poppy is artificial blade, so request is very extremely not a problem. Technology save the day! 3 cheers for Nopon Know-How!
Where are Poppy's cheers?
Thanks, guys.
Well, they've been kind of underused lately, so I'm not totally against it. The two could probably be outfitted a little bit better, but we'll just go in as we are. Good to see Tora getting some use out of all of this. Even if he's usually the last person I go to.
Congratulations.
Not because Poppy is bad, but because I'm not willing to invest the time into Poppy by playing a stupid minigame. Sorry to say. Should probably be great if I just put all of that in, but ugh.
Are you all right?
Never better. I'm right as rain.
The deeper we go, the thicker these particles get. You can still turn back.
Thanks. Your concern is touching.
Worry about yourself, yeah? I can look after her.
Zeke, you don't look so good yourself. Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I didn't think it was worth mentioning, but,
Oh.
How did you get that?
I told you about the time I almost bloody died, right?
My prince! Zeke! Not like this! Not here! Not far now! Just a little further! You can do it!
Just leave me. Go on without me.
No! If you die, I'll turn back into a core crystal! I don't want to forget everything!
Bandy, I'm sorry. I hope your next driver is better than me.
I don't want another driver! You're good enough! Prince! Zeke! I refuse to forget our 10 years together. It's not going to happen.
Is that the first time we've seen her eyes?
Letting you die. Here. Bandits? Sucks. I don't want to be a bandit's blade. But I guess I won't remember anyway.
Actually, wasn't Fan Lenorn's
Prince?
core crystal cut in half just the same way?
Prince?
Fear not. He's going to be fine.
You saved him?
The fact that you're alive is proof of that, is it not? I had to transplant part of your core crystal into his heart. His wounds were grave. It was the only way to save you both.
So, like Pyra. Did Zeke ever react to seeing Rex like that?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Actually, I'm glad.
What? Why?
Knowing that a part of me is keeping you alive, I don't know, it's just nice.
Pandy.
What is it?
Something mumbled we can't hear. Okay, whatever.
They do that? In Indol?
I guess you and I are more alike than you thought, chum. Though mine was just a surgical procedure.
You make it sound so simple. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
You know the people of Indol can trace their roots back to Judicium.
Judicium? The creators of that Titan weapon thing from Temperantia?
And flesh eaters.
Them. They carried out experiments, fusing blade and human cells, creating flesh eaters.
So, those practices persist in Indol?
Hey, so they took advantage of blade regeneration and patched me up with Pandy's core crystal, right? Since I have part of her core in me, I'm a blade eater or something.
A blade eater.
That's right. That's gotta be why this place is getting to you, too.
I saw Nia's hand go to her chest there.
Let's just push on.
And I kind of suspect that she's a flesh eater. I have ever since the hot spring scene. Is that where her core crystal is? Her hand goes to her chest there a lot, actually. I mean, it's pretty much all but confirmed she's a flesh eater, considering her reactions every single time and the whole healing the prince thing. But I've only just noticed, kind of looking back through my videos, that every time she's nervous about something, her hand goes to her chest like that. I always thought it was just a nervous tick, but maybe that's where her core crystal is, if she is a flesh eater. I don't know, just food for thought.
The world in its Stygian embrace.
We'd better stay alert.
So you have a High Inquisitor, 2 people with core crystals implanted in their chests, a possible flesh eater, and someone who...
Darkness, heed me.
Yeah, we have a pretty unusual crew here. We have 2 people fused with their blades. We have a possible flesh eater. We have a Titan that's, like, regenerated to a larval state. We have a High Inquisitor. And we have a Nopon with an artificial blade because he couldn't awaken a real one. And it's implied to be, like, the first real working artificial blade. Not your usual lot, are they? I thought Zeke was just some guy with kind of a big scar on his chest. Actually, that fire there.
My lady.
Yeah, she's bothered by it too.
Time, I'm fine. Why don't you just worry about yourself?
But...
You gotta admire Shaled over there. He just put it right out there.
Hmm?
And here I am. Drunk. I'm gonna put myself to the test. Right here. I've decided.
My lady. Very well.
This mist makes me feel like I'm swimming through the cloud sea.
This mist is produced when a fossilized Titan body reacts with the atmosphere. It's why it's so hard to breathe down here.
Nia?
What now?
Are you in pain?
Struggling to breathe like everyone else. And I'm a little dizzy, that's all.
Oh, right. When that happens, it's best to just try and empty your head of all thoughts.
Rex is good at that.
It's an old salvager trick. When you swim down deep, it feels like your head's going to implode. You just go with it, don't fight it. Then you stop noticing the pressure. Why not give it a go?
Empty my head, eh? You mean I have to start acting as daft as you?
Exactly.
Tall order.
Hey, that's not very nice.
Everyone, over here! Tora, think this way, lead down!
It certainly doesn't look like a natural formation.
Maybe it was grave robbers.
There's not too much worth stealing round here. Well, apart from...
Whatever it was that Adam hid down here.
Just a guess. It's possible that Jin and his accomplices have been here.
Then, they found out about the sunken ship and went to Argentum.
Still just a guess, but a pretty good one.
Then there won't be anything left to find, will there? Sheesh.
Well, if that was the case, then you'd expect them to already have the third sword.
But they clearly don't have it.
No, I do not think Adam would let the sword be so easily found.
No point in worrying. Let's just press on.
So, something that always kind of bothered me about places like this, is it implied we just rested here off screen? Or, like, do fires just persist forever in this world without actually burning their fuel? I don't know, it just kind of bugs me, stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, there's just fires in this abandoned place. It's a really pretty location, though. Oh. Hello there. I hope this place doesn't hurt Nia or something because she's not telling her secret, though. That would be awful. You know, if this really is a place where a bunch of blades and their drivers died, I would expect to see, I don't know, some core crystals or remnants of the drivers, maybe? I mean, there was that fire earlier, but I doubt it was burning that long. Oh, it's nice not aggroing random enemies. It lets me continue on with the story really easily. This place has an oddly veiny design. Aside from the floating particles, it isn't that pretty. The crystals are nice, but I don't know. Hold it together, Nia.
Rex? We've come a long way. I think it's time for a break.
What? But...
Hold your horses. There's a long way to go yet. Hey, you too, Nia. Come rest your head on my lap if you like.
Why don't you rest your head in your ass?
I'm sorry, everyone. I had no idea.
There's no need to apologize. I understand.
Poppy, now is good time to cool drive furnace.
Aye, aye, Master Pawn. Master Pawn, Poppy is sorry.
So she just kind of vents all of her heat at once like that, huh?
Emergency air. It might help.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, not like that. You have to hold your nose and then inhale really deeply. Now stretch out and puff out your chest.
Is this another of your salvager tricks?
Go on, just try it.
Whoa, that really did the trick.
Right? When I was starting out, this was one of the first things the other salvagers taught me. Even though they acted like my parents, they never really taught me anything worthwhile. I did manage to pick up a couple of useful tricks, though.
Parents. Blah. My dad was real enough, but I can't say he really taught me anything either. He was a well-known lord in Gormott, a real big cheese. He made me study hard, but it was all how to be a proper lady, which fork to use. Nothing that's doing me any good now, just useless shite.
You were some kind of high society princess. I can't picture it.
Shut it, you. I hated studying. But, looking back, those were the happiest times of my life. There was my dad, and my big sis, the three of us.
You had a sister?
Yeah. She was very frail. I spent a lot of time at her bedside. My dad brought doctors from all over to try and help her. He tried so hard. It was all he had. After that point, my memories aren't so happy.
Nia.
Dad spent all his money on chasing a cure, and lost his position as a lord. From then on, we became drifters. It was a tough life. It took its toll on my sister. She died not long after. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking your ear off. Thanks for the salvager trick. It really worked. Sneaky git. If you had this all along, why did you hold out on me?
Yeah, she's still pretty dizzy.
Much better. Shall we go, Rex?
Why are all the characters I like the ones with tragic backstories? Like, I felt the vibe from her, I guess, because I didn't even know about it until now. And just, I already liked her as a character. Is it because characters with tragic backstories tend to be sarcastic, and I like sarcastic characters? I guess that could be part of it, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny. You know, Tora's shield, I just realized, it kind of makes me think of the things from, was it the Shadow Temple or was it the Light Temple? I don't know, those creepy grinning suns on the walls in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I think maybe Majora's Mask. Oh well, there's what I was asking for. A remnant of a driver or their core crystal. Here's a monster with a blade.
What have we here?
Nice. Very nice.
Well, here we are, I guess.
Looks like the only way through is by force.
Poppy, incendiary barrage!
Roger, Roger.
Whoa, stop, stop, stop! You want to bring the whole cave down on top of us?
It was joke.
Poppy has no such weaponry.
That wasn't funny. Oh.
I like how she acts like her arms are the Nopon's ears almost. Oh, well. Oh, it reacted with Rex's core crystal, I think.
Does this also have something to do with your connection to the Aegis?
No idea. But look. No footprints. We're the first people here.
Then there could still be hope.
Oh boy, 1,000 feet to go. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to wrap things up here for now. We had a pretty long episode with a lot of cutscenes, and it looks like it's going to be a bit of a jog to the next part. I don't want to have to break this up into a really awkward two-parter with no cut in between. So, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.